वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तवं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। नारद उवाच प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरेन् नित्यं आयुःकामार्थसिद्धये। प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजं च धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमं नवमं भालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं प्रभो इति। नारदपुराणे संकटनाशन गणेश स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम। ओम एक्सट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम गुरु स्तोत्रम। ओम अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। We will chant Dakshinamurti Stotram, Dhyana Shlokam, followed by Ashtakam. Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varsishtante Vasatrishi Avritam Brahma Nishtaihi Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudram Anandarupam Swatmaramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide वटपिटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्नसंशया निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं पराङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नानाछिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात् एतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलान् बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषम्वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यत्प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृतादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ऊरम्भांस्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरं महर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्माद् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धिये तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् ओम इति दक्षिणामूर्ति स्तोत्रम. We'll now chant Gita Dhyanam and then we'll go to Gita. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Puranam Vina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim नमोस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैल पूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. सर्वोपनिषदो गावः गोब्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी वैकैवर्तक केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। विभूति योगो नाम दशमोऽध्यायः। So we are in chapter 10. We will continue our study. We have seen up to verse number 26, I think, last time. Yeah. Ashwatha Varsha, we have seen. Ashwatha Vriksha, we have seen. Gandravanam Chitra Rataha, we have seen. Okay. In the next few verses, there is a lot of symbolism. Apart from the best among things, the next few verses, the teacher has devoted, apart from highlighting what is glorious, the teacher wants also our reflection on a couple of important issues. Most importantly, a very powerful instrument that you and I have. In fact, if you see in one of the earlier verses, Krishna would have said, I am Manas. He would have told you, I am Manas. So, see, Indriyanam Manasas Chasmi. I am mind. It says in verse number 22. I am the mind. So, the next few verses, there will be a lot of reference to the mind symbolically. Not directly, but there will be a lot of symbolic reference. And we need a little bit of subtlety to understand it and relate to it. Each one of us can relate. Like I keep insisting in every session, any session on Vedanta is not a belief system. See, suppose I told you, I believe you are Brahman. Okay? Then it might be true, it might not be true. Or it might be different also. So I'm not saying it is not a belief system. I'm not saying I believe you are Brahman. Vedanta comes and tells you, you are Brahman. Tat tvam asi. Your eyes are closed and you ask me, will I open my eye? When I open my eyes, will I see? It says you will see. Just open and see. It's a pramana. So Vedanta is a pramana. Pramana reveals you to yourself. It reveals your swarupa to yourself. Okay? The entire transaction happens in the mind. Okay? There's something very, very subtle here. One is by the buddhi. Okay? By the buddhi means you see something, you can infer something. It is called inferential knowledge. You see smoke, you infer fire. It is called anumanam. You see one and you say, oh, this must be like this. It is called upamanam, comparison. Then you see somebody is fasting, but his weight doesn't go down at all. He is only putting on weight. So what do you say? He doesn't eat when I am seeing. Maybe he is eating when I am not seeing. This is called arthapatti. Arthapat means second level assumption. Okay. So this is called knowing by the mind. But something happens in the mind. Okay. Be careful about this karaka. By the mind is the mind is being used as an instrument. It is a karanam. When I say in the mind, it is not a karanam, it is a patram. Okay. Do you know, understand? Are you able to make out the difference? When I am inferring by the mind, it is karanam. When I am when I say in the mind is a patram. Is such knowledge possible? Let's take, for example. Let's say I have a cousin living in USA. And I often talk to you about the person. Okay, I often talk to you about the person. I say my cousin Chinu lives in USA. And he is like this, he is like this, he is like this. He is ever youthful. He sings beautifully. He sings great bhajan. Such a great-hearted person, so full of life. I tell you all this. So far the knowledge for you is paroksham. Let's say I don't have a photograph of him to show it to you. So, paroksham. It is paroksham. Paroksham means away from you, indirect. Now you have to meet him and have direct knowledge. Okay. Now, so one day you come to me, I told you, I am telling you that my cousin is shortly going to visit us, and you come visiting. You also want to see this favorite Chinu Anna. You want to come and see him. He says, I am not at home. You are there at home. You are talking to somebody who is so full of life and who engages you, and you say, my God, I instantly like this person. Sorry. I instantly liked this person. What a wonderful human being. Then I come back home and tell you, this is that Chinumam. Now tell me, is it inferential or is it? That is how knowledge works. So when I say Atma Jnanam works like this. It doesn't work by the mind, but it works in the mind. We say it doesn't work by the buddhi. It works in the buddhi. It takes place in the buddhi. Let me give you one more example. I'm going back to the time when we were studying in school, not the modern day. We were studying in school. So our teacher was telling us in our general science class, what is a hibiscus flower? So Ashwa describes red in color. There is, what is that? Hanging out. It has some sticky things around, some stamen and things. I'm not very familiar. Those things are hanging around. So this describes. We are watching it. Then she tells me, we were born, brought up in Kolkata. So she says, have you been to Kali Mandir? Yeah, we have been to Kali. Have you seen the Joba pool? It's called Jaba pool. Huh? Oh, Chambarati. Jaba pool. Huh? See, knowledge is taken back in the buddhi, not by the buddhi. Our Swamiji gives a favorite example, a very beautiful example, very much like my Chinwanda example. That is, there was a a white American, who was traveling from Rishikesh. Sorry, was traveling from Haridwar to Rishikesh. And he was traveling by bus there. Bus goes on a tortuous, winding path up to Rishikesh. It is also very scenic. And he was going. And he was going. This American Swamiji very often says, he was 3 times my size and he occupied more than 4 times, I mean, 3/4 of my seat. I was left in, pasted in one particular corner. And he looked at Swami and said, "You a Swami?" And Swami said, "Yes, I am a Swami." "And where are you headed?" Swamiji asked him. So this white American says, "I am headed to Swami Dayananda Ashram. And I want to see Swami Dayananda." So Swamiji said, "Okay, good." And then finally they land at Rishikesh. A car comes to escort Swamiji to the ashram and Swamiji has gone. Now this American buys some knickknacks and things like that and finally finds the way to Swamiji's ashram. He looks at Swamiji and says, "Hey, you are that Swami who traveled with me in the bus." And Swami says, "I am that Swami." So Tattvamasi happens like that. The Chaitanyam which you are experiencing, which is the life factor in you, which says, "I slept well," which says, "I was dreaming, I was fully awake, but my mind was elsewhere." Okay? See, something tells, "I was wide awake, but my mind was elsewhere." That which could objectify the mind. This consciousness, this Chaitanyam is the real you. And it has to take place in the buddhi and not by the buddhi. You can't figure it out. The teacher has to show it to you. That is the power of this buddhi. I would not call it, I will call it antakaranam. Here we use the word manas. Okay. So let's read 1 or 2 verses and then we will go into the deeper meaning of it. Let me read verse number 27 for you. Uchchaishravasam Uchchaishravasam Viddhimam Amritodbhavam Viddhimam Amritodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. Okay, once more. Uchchaishravasam Viddhimam Amritodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. What's called? Uchchaishravasam Viddhimam Amritodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. Verse number 27. We will also read 28. Ayudhanam aham vajram Ayudhanam aham vajram Dhenunam kamaduk Dhenunam kamaduk. Online. Ayudhanam aham vajram Dhenunam kamaduk Prajanaschasmi kandarpah Prajanaschasmi kandarpah Sarpanamasmi vasukihi Sarpanamasmi vasukihi. Whole line. Ayudhanamaham vajram Dhenunam kamaduk Prajanaschasmi kandarpah Sarpanamasmi vasukihi. Okay, let me just give you the word meaning first, then we'll go deeper. Uchchai Shrava. Among horses, I am Uchchaishrava. Who is Uchchaishrava? Uchchaishrava was a horse which came out when they did Amrit Manthan. Okay, so among horses, I am Uchchaishrava. And how did it come about? It came about Amrita. Okay, when we did that, then we did Amrita Mantanam. From that it came Ashwanam, Amritodbhavam. And what else came out of that Manthan? An elephant came, a white elephant came. So, Gajendranam Aham Airavatam. I am the white elephant among elephants, not the white elephant that you and I struggle to maintain. Okay? A white elephant among elephants. Indra's elephant. Indra's elephant is called Airavatam. Naranam Aham. Sorry, Naranam Mam Vidhi. Know me as Naradhipam. Know me as king among men. That's why in our culture, in our Vedic culture, Vedic parampara, Raja Darshanam is considered punyam. To be born as a Raja is punyam. Because Raja has a lot of responsibility. The Raja is supposed to be uphold dharma. Okay? The Raja is supposed to uphold dharma. They are Kshatriyas, and Kshatriyas generally carry the title Varma. Varma means Kavacha, protection. So in Kerala there is a title, no, Varma. Varman, Varma. In Bengal we have Bormon, R.D. Burman, Sachin Dev Burman, Varma. So Varmas are Kshatriyas. They are Kavacha. They are Kavacha for the society. Okay. We'll see about other titles in due course. Okay. So Varma, the Raja is supposed to uphold Dharma. We need to understand certain things here very, very carefully. Okay. Very carefully. It is a part of our parampara which you have to understand. You have to understand what is Dharma first. Unless you understand Dharma, you will not understand the role of Raja. Unless the background is understood, this subject will just go over your head. You would have said, I have completed 10 chapters. So understand this carefully. Dharayati iti dharma. That which supports is dharma. So, in the society, what supports the orderly conduct of the society? An infrastructure with certain commonly acceptable norms to support human interaction, jiva and other forms of life interaction, and for happy, conflict, healthy, free life in general. That is called dharma. That dharma is to be upheld by the Raja. Okay. How is dharma related? Dharma has nothing to do with religion. Okay. Don't confuse religion with dharma. Religion is called matham, not madam in like in Tamil. Madam means something gone wrong in the upper story. Matham or pantha. So mat, pantha, that is belief systems are religion. And the Raja traditionally in India has been Matha Nirapeksha. Traditionally, it is our Vedic system. In our Vedic system, not just Raja, every one of us is Matha Nirapeksha. It's a very beautiful word. We have to understand this word very well. What is Matha Nirapeksha? Nirapeksha? Matha Nirapeksha means you have your slot, I have mine. You don't transgress my slot, I don't transgress your slot. Freedom to practice one's belief system. That is called Matha Nirapeksha. You have to be very careful with use of words. Otherwise, loosely used words, you will get into loose thinking and mediocre thinking and come to all kinds of funny conclusions. And with these days, you can do any narrative anywhere. It is Matha Nirapeksha. The Vedic parampara is fundamentally Matha Nirapeksha. It says, you have your slot, I have my slot. That is my lifestyle. A sadhu has his slot. The society takes care of it. Let's take care of a simple our joint families. Not everybody is equally educated. Not everybody is equally skilled. There are some people who are even have some kind of disability, or I won't call it a different ability, which does not help them be a productive member of the society or even the household, let alone the society, even the house. They have a slot. They are protected. That they are also taken care of. Remember, that is the Vedic society. So in this Vedic society, you have a different belief system. It is not the question of toleration. We accommodate. Accommodate meaning there is a slot for you. Okay? Remember, in a belief system, you can do, you need not do, you can do it differently. All of them have their slots. So in one particular place, this is how puja will be done. The slot is there. You can't say fundamentally I will enter that place. There is a slot. In another slot, they say this is how puja will be done. This is how other pujas will be done. So the Vedic society is like that. So we have a Raja. Among Nara, I am Raja. It is not a joke to be a Raja. You not only are responsible for the external security, you are not only responsible for the internal security, you are responsible for the emotional well-being, you are responsible for the physical well-being, you are responsible for the economic well-being, you are responsible for maintaining ecology, inclusiveness. That is the Raja. And such a Raja is Pujaniya. Okay, and what is our Adarsha Raja? Okay, Jai Shri Ram is my Adarsha Raja. The Raja is Pujaniya. So among Nara, Jai Shri Ram. Wonderful. Jai Shri Ram. So, Adarsha Raja, one who protects me. Okay? And among Nara, I am Nara Dhipa. Nara Adhipa. I am known as. That's why Raja Darshanam is considered very, very important. You know, I remember in the 60s, early 60s, when I was hardly a very young boy, the British Queen had come to India. All of us took us there. There was an elderly grandmother. She said, I have to have Raja Darshanam. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at the culture. That slot. She's over some other person's Raja. She's not our country's Raja. She says, no, Raja Darshanam is Punyam, I must see. You can do no wrong. That's right. It's something like the king is equal to that. Now comes one more thing. The Raja has to be Matha Nirapeksha. He has to treat all slots equally. He cannot be Dharma Nirapeksha because Dharma is universal. Yeah, how can I have one Dharma for you, one Dharma for you, other person? It is Matha Nirapeksha. Understand this suitably. Okay. So among men, among Nara here means human being. Okay, so king, queen, both are included. Don't say Nara, Dipa, why is queen not included? The Raja is important. Okay. Let me do the next one and then I'll go into the central theme of the whole thing. Achha. Ayudanam aham vajram. Now, Vajra is the thunderbolt in the hands of Indra. The most powerful weapon, it can destroy anything. And the beauty about Vajram is, it does not create collateral damage. It is not collateral. Like Krishna's Sudarshana Chakra. Like Krishna's Sudarshana Chakra, like Muruga's veil, they don't cross collateral damage. Vajra doesn't cause collateral damage. Fired at you, it will be fired and it will go back into its safety cover without further collateral damage. It's a unique iron. Imagine you are blessed with such an, which doesn't do collateral damage. We'll see what is the implication here. So, Ayudanam aham vajram. Dhenunam aham kamaduk. Dhenu means cows. Milch cows. Now you see, you give a small picture of Kamadhenu to any person from a Vedic parampara background. Especially if it's a lady who respects tradition. She will immediately put it in the puja. Kamadukha. Kamadukha. Now you understand why we won't slaughter cows. Kamadukha. Kamadukha means it doesn't just give milk. Okay, our Swamiji says in jest, you just go there and ask for diet cook, it will give you that. So they say that the popular Purana says that Vasishta had one and Vishwamitra wanted it. Vishwamitra threw weapon after weapon to try and get Kamadukha and find it. And all these weapons that Vishwamitra hurled at Vasishta, all he had to do was he had one danda in hand, just a stick. Something you just rest here. He just threw it in front. Everything collapsed in front of that danda. That danda is Vajram. So inner strength is so strong that external strength cannot do anything to inner strength. At the end of it, Vishwamitra said, I want your powers. He said, for that, bahut tapasya karna padega. And he said, you can now take Kamadukha if you want. He said, no, I will earn it. So you don't grab, you don't demand it, you earn it. Okay. So among four legs, especially the cows, Dhenu, the name itself is one which gives. Look at the cow. Alive it gives, dead it gives. Livestock particularly. Alive it gives, dead it gives. They say, the dead cow, if it is buried, after some time, so many square meters of land become, gets good, rich nutrients. So alive it gets dead. So Dhenu, among Dhenu, I am Kama Dhenu, Kama Dukha. Acha. Prajana cha asmi Kandarpaha. Another beautiful word here. Kandarpa means Kama Deva. Okay. Mercury. Kamdev. So among desires, not just ordinary desire, passion. The passion, don't take it as lust. Passion is passion for music, passion for art, passion for performance. These days, when you're talking about the performance of a person called Sunil Gavaskar, What level of concentration? The fellow could stand, and as long as he was there at the crease, India can never lose. That's a kind of confidence. The passion for the game, a passion for the game shown by a fellow called Brazil's Pele. For him, he was a person who was killed in passion for the game. So I am Kandarpa. If it comes to passion, understand, and among the passion, the desire for having progeny is considered a very powerful passion. So I am Kandarpa. Then Sarpanam, among snakes, among serpents, I am Vasuki. Vasuki is the Raja of serpents. Asmi. Now let's go into the inner meaning of these two before we go further. Now, like I told you, let's go to the story first. Amrita Manthan was done. So for Amrita Manthan, they used Mandara, a mountain. And the Mantara was so big that the churning rope will not, the rope, I mean, I'm talking about those days, I don't know, these days it's all mixie churning. Those days I've seen people, they used to put that stick there, and then they will have a rope there, and then it's called matta, not mata, matta. So Amrita Manthan, churning of the ocean. So it used to be done, and then the top, it will come up, and the butter will come to the top. Manthan. So Manthan has to be done. Put a mountain there. Who can do what the rope will do? Your ordinary won't last. So they asked Vasuki, the king among serpents, to act as the Manthan, as the rope for the Manthan. Now, two sets of people are required for Manthan. No, one person won't do it, not the Manthan at home. Imagine Manthan being done by 3-4 ladies. One will pull this side, one will pull that side. Okay. So it has to be balanced. Therefore, who were doing the Manthan? Devas and Asuras. The Devas handled the tail portion of Vasuki. The Asuras handled the mouth portion of the fangs of Vasuki. Okay, immediately, discrimination, all kind of, not discrimination. The Asuras have the capacity to take more physical challenges. There's a lot of physical strength than the Devas. There's a standard question people ask. Why fast bowlers are not produced in India? And how do they come from in West Indies and places like that? West Indies, the average fellow is 6'4", and the pace at which he hurls the ball, you can't even imagine. So there's a lot of physical strength. They say in Tamil, Murattu Balam, brute strength. Asuras have brute strength. So they were given to handle the, what do you call the fang portion, and the Devas were asked to handle the tail portion. So two balanced. Now, as they started churning, the Mantara started going down. So who will support the Mantara? Mahavishnu as Kurma avatar, as a tortoise, came under, and they started churning. When they started churning, lot of things came out. Ratnas came out. Lakshmi was a Ratna. Uchchashrava, Airavata, all these things came out. Now, this Amrita Manthan is symbolically represents your dhyanam, meditation. When you sit down, quietly, churning happens inside. When you decide to stay quiet, all kinds of thoughts will come out. Before we go to thoughts, when you are able to focus your dhyanam, you will get a lot of, it is, dhyanam is a kriya. It's a sadhana. And the sadhana will give you a sadhyam. It will give you results. Pakka, assured. It is Ishvara's law, not your law, my law. It is Ishvara's srishti, dharma, the way it is. It is the dharma. The dharma is when you do dhanam, it will give you results. What will be the results? Ratna will come out. Uchchasravas, horses will come out. Airavatam will come out. Standing for all kinds of siddhi. In one of the earlier verses we saw, Siddhanam among Kapila Muni. Okay. Siddhi means miraculous powers. Mind reading power, healing power, levitating power, power to do astral travel, clairvoyance, whatever. These are miraculous powers. In meditation, when you do meditation seriously and in a committed fashion, you will get all kinds of miraculous powers. So that is explicit. What is implicit? Don't get distracted. Asura stands for forces which distract you. So when Mohini came, they ran after Mohini, ignoring the Amrita, and got distracted. So there are two sampattis inside us. We'll read in chapter 14, I think we will study. Daiva sampatti, asura sampatti, asuri sampatti. Two kinds of energy. I don't like Shakti. I don't like to use the word energy. A Shakti. There is a Deva Shakti, predominantly Sattvic Bhava. There is an Asura Shakti, predominantly Rajasic. So these two have to be balanced. And when they balanced and do the churning, all kinds of siddhis will come out, will happen. And when they happen, the warning to the sadhaka is caution. What is the caution? Shamadama uparamastitiksha shraddha samadhanam. Shamadama. Okay. Just look at the capacity of your mind. Okay. Then we do the next one. Your mind, kama dukha here stands for your mind. Ichha shakti. Is there a limit to your desire? Is there a limit? You want to go to Mars. You want to stand outside the universe and have a vision of the universe. Is it? And take a selfie. Yeah, very good point. You want to stand outside the universe, take this, be in the universe and take a selfie too. It has become a fashion these days. When they all go for a funeral, everybody wants a selfie. With what? With the dead one or the living one? I don't know. The living dead. That's what we should call it. So, selfie. Look at the desire. And the desire and the potential. See, in the Ramayana, they talked about a Pushpaka Vimana, which was meant for four people. Rama, Lakshmana, Ram, Sita, Lakshman, and our, what's his name? King Vibhishana as a navigator. It will fly on its own. It's autopilot. So somebody said, okay, India had autopilot in Tetra Yuga. One journalist said this. They say, no, there is one autopilot was there. I said, no, autopilot was not there. That is technology. Science. The potential for autopilot is indicated. There is a potential. If you look at it, perhaps it will work that way. And the Pushpaka Vimana had a unique capacity. It expanded it in size as people got into it. I thought that potential has not, but it has expanded, Previously, we used to have Fokker aircrafts, then smaller one, and now you have a jumbo, which can carry 300 plus passengers. You have a bigger one, 700, and they are trying to look at bigger and bigger one. So as per your desire, it keeps expanding. So When I'm talking about kama dukha, the mind is a kama dukha, meaning it can give you just about anything that you desire. Meaning, here it stands for the power to desire, Shakti. But for power to manifest itself, you need Jnanam and Kriya Shakti. Two other Shaktis are needed. This stands for the potential for desire. So the mind has this power, it has desire to accomplish, it has desire to do so many good things, accomplish, grow big. And what is the most important desire here? The desire for moksha. Moksha for what? Moksham from desiring all these things. Understanding that these things don't really make me a fulfilled person. Even if I have all the siddhi, or if I have the longest period of time is subject to division. The longest period of time is subject to division. Travel to Vaikunta is subject to return. The experience has to end. There are siddhas who are able to do astral travel and see the entire, you want to travel and see the whole universe, astral travel, it is possible. Don't ask me whether I will take you there or something. But it is possible. That's what the Vedas says. But it also adds a caution that at the end of all the travel, you have to come to blessed India, Tamil Nadu, Arepuram, or wherever you are living. You have to come there. There is no escape. Meaning, experience is not fulfilling. Travel is not fulfilling. Nothing fills you up fully. Understand it that nothing fills you up fully because you're already full, and that is to be known. That's to be known. That's why don't get distracted from your goal. So, kama dukha, aidanam among vajram. Your mind is the vajram. Your mind is the vajram. Somebody does some wrong to you. What is your capacity to curse? Just look at the vajra power you have in your. The capacity to rain curses on the person. The vajram. It also stands for great amount of inner strength to keep all kinds of distractions at bay. Some distractions have to be hit like the thunderbolt. For example, drugs, intoxicants. I will not say drugs alone. I will say intoxicants in general. Our Swamiji used to say no the first time. There is no question of trying it out. It has to be like Vajram. Don't say, I will try it out and learn, because the nature of intoxicants will drag you down. Okay? Desiring wealth. There is no end to it. And mind you, it's Kubera. Yeah. Gambling. Yeah. Gambling. Like what happened to Yudhishthira. Vices, for example, not just intoxicant, vices. Wealth, desiring wealth, he's a yaksha. Kubera is a yaksha. And yaksha means yakshini will be there. Yakshinis can be pleasant and unpleasant also. They won't let you rest in peace. It is like having, Yamaraja has two assistants. All the Yamaraja's assistants are called Kimkaras. Kinkara. Okay. Kinkara keep asking, Kim Karomi, what should I do next? So all these yakshas around you they will say, Kim Karomi, what should I do? You will say, let me rest. He will wake you up. Okay, Kim Karomi, give me some work to do. Give me some work to do. Money is like that. It won't let you sleep in peace. It will wake you up to say, give me some work. I am lying idle inside. I am lying idle in the savings bank account. I am lying in FD, getting you only 5.3% interest. You could perhaps park me in 16%. You have to park me above inflation rate. All Kimkara. So all the wealth in the world, he says, this is the Vajram. Vajram is also the knowledge to know, to knock off everything that is not conducive for you and hold on to something that is good for you. What is good for you? Shreyas. Yes, Shreyas Nishchitam Bruhi, says Arjuna. So Shreyas, the thunderbolt is a weapon in your hand to destroy all distractions. Okay. Then Kandarpaha, passion. Passion is important. Artha Kama, aligned to Dharma, aligned to what is proper. If you say, my passion is to align myself to Dharma, do Karma Yoga. You can be passionate about it. Chitta Shuddhi happens. The manas becomes a Vajram which can pick up knowledge like that. Not pick up, not just pick up. The knowledge takes place in the mind that you are whole. That takes place. Then let's look at one more. Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki. Vasuki is the serpent with a poisonous fangs. Ahankara. Vasuki here symbolizes Ahankara. While for Manthanam, Ahankara is necessary. But when you do the Manthanam, out of what comes out could be nahi. Outcome is possible. Halalaka. Halalaka is the poison which came out. And when the poison came out, Asuras, Devas were all running. They all started running, helter-skelter, not knowing what to do. Now, what is this Halalaka poison? When you do your churning meditation, deep down from your unconscious will come up. It is also called Kashayam, which is hidden from you. Janma, 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 hidden Kashayam will come. Anxiety, fears, you will start crying for no reason. Anxieties, fears, dejection, disappointments, hate, resentment, disgusts. Name, you will have it. Greed, passion to destroy, feeling adequate is general. On top of all this will come. You will not know what to do. You will run helter-skelter. Who can help you? Neelakantha alone can help you. Shiva swallows it, keeps it here, does not take it into his system, does not spit it out. He keeps it here, symbolizing that you have to ultimately go to Parameshwara. You have to take Ishvara Sharanam. When your mind is in all kinds of dejection, all kinds of low, the only solution for this is He Govind, He Gopal, Uddhara Mam, lift me up. Pahi Pahi Ganesha. Kaka Kaka Kanagavel Kaka, Nokka Nokka Nodil Nokka. Taka Taka Tadayara Taka, Parka Parka Pavam Podipada, they say in Tamil. So when you are hit by negative thoughts, negative feelings, which drag you down, the only solution is Parameshwara. There is no others. Now you understand the role of bhakti. You can't be a Vedantin without bhakti. You can't be an armchair Vedantin. You can't have dharma. Okay? You can't have alignment to dharma without a proper belief system compatible to that dharma. Now you understand the role of the Vaidika Parampara. Shloka japa, puja, yatra, danam, tapaha, veda parayanam, bhajan, everything has a role to play to prepare the chitta, to prepare the buddhi, to receive the knowledge. Tat Tvam Asi. When the Guru says Tatvamasi, you are not supposed to say Tatvamasi. When the Guru says Tatvamasi, you are supposed to say Aham Brahmasmi. Guru says Tatvamasi, he says, yes, sir, you are that. He says, Guru knows he is Aham Brahmasmi. So when Guru says Tatvamasi, your understanding is Aham Brahmasmi. So these two verses, 27 and 28, are very, very intuitive, insightful to take you into your mind. We will see more, it's more. Even 29 also takes you. Even 30 takes you into the mind. We will see that in the coming verses. See, one easy way to teach it is I can finish the whole chapter in one day saying, I am this, I am this, I am this. Okay, like taking you on a trip of some place. This is it, this is it, this is it. Another thing is to insightfully take you. Very important, you have to learn to relate to it. Every word, every syllable has to work for you. You have to understand Vedic Parampara very deeply. Unless the background is clear, nothing else will be clear. The background has to be very, very clear. The background topics have to be very clear. Aham Brahmasmi has a fundamental goal has to be clear. If the fundamental goal is not clear, nothing will work. Okay? So, we will meet again next week. Ishwara Anugraha, Guru Kripa, Shastra Kripa, Atma Kripa, we will meet. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam, Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha, Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam, Loka Samasta Skino Bhavantu, Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha, Prithvi Sasya Shalinim, Desho Yam Chobarahitaha, Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya, Sarve Bhavantu Sukinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om. सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो, स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो, सब संतों की जय हो, बजरंग बली की जय हो, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय हो। जय श्री राम, जय श्री
जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम।
रोंगटे खड़े हो गए, रोंगटे खड़े हो गए, दोनों जैसे कुछ सुनाई नहीं, एकदम स्टिल அப்படியே ஆயிட்டோம், சின்னதான் அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மிங்கிறத எங்கேயோ மைண்ட் போயிடுச்சு. ஸோ இது ஒன்லி மெடிடேஷன், எக்கோ வருது. மெடிடேஷன் பண்றதே நீ சொல்றது இந்த கட்டாயம் வெளியில வருதுன்றதுதான் சமுத்திர மந்தனம்ங்கிறது இப்ப அழகா அது புரியவில்லை. சோ ஒன்லி என்ன மெடிடேஷன் எத்தனை பண்றோமோ நம்ம கிட்ட அந்த வந்து 100%. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you, sir. Jai Gurudev. Thank you, sir.